Good morning, everyone. If you look around and there's empty seats and you're missing some of your Unity community members, they could be sitting on Waddell Road waiting for the train. So let's address the train. We have been in this location for how many years?
Let's not get off track.
Oh. I got to give him that one. That was pretty good. We have been in this building a number of years, and for as long as we've been here, that train has been an issue. So you need to know, as a beloved member of this community, how to get around that train. So if you ever come up towards Rutherford from the Wade Hampton Pleasantburg roads and you encounter that train, right when you get up to it, you can make a right. Now, if you take a left, it'll just circle around, but you can make a right, and there are several other roads down, because I was out this morning at 7:15, and that train was sitting there. And it's still sitting there, and it could still be sitting there at 2 o'clock. So whatever you do, don't wait on it. Make a right-hand turn and take it down to the first road, and even then, so, yeah. How is everyone this morning? You should be in great shape because you didn't get stopped by the train, right? Hey, it's a beautiful week, wonderful, beautiful, kind of overcast morning, but it's really nice. I think spring, March, can you believe it? Not sure where February went, but we're coming up on March. We have something exciting happening in March. Our own Blake Sims on Friday, March 10th, is doing a benefit cabaret, Broadway. Lovely face right here, Blake. Do you want to come up and say anything about it?
Hey, y'all. My name is Blake. I'm also serving as a prayer chaplain today. But yeah, I hope y'all come. I mean, this is for you. It's going to have desserts, and it would be helpful to know how many people to anticipate, so I know how many delicious, amazing desserts to purchase. We're going to have methodical coffee. It's going to be great, and we're going to have tables set up. It's going to feel like a cabaret, and basically, it's going to be a wonderful story of just journey like all of us go through of knowing ourselves, forgetting ourselves, and hopefully finding ourselves again, and all through different songs. And it's going to be told through using the 12 powers. So each song I sing will correlate to a certain power, and there's going to be color, and it's
Let me tell you the wonderful backstory to this is that Blake is footing the expenses for this on his own, so that this is a 100% fundraiser for our church. So when you purchase a ticket, that money is going straight into you can do it online if you prefer to do it that way. Just make sure that you get it done because the spots are filling up fast and we can only accommodate so many. So be sure and do that. Take a breath with me. I'm sorry. It's Friday, March 10th. And it starts at what time, Blake? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Bring a family member. Honestly, if you have someone in your life that is struggling with, especially late teens who are struggling with their gender identity and that sort of thing, this would be a wonderful event for them. You can talk to Blake about that more as he's going to share some of his, his personal journey and so forth. So anyway, look at all the people that made it past the train. The place is filled up all of a sudden. Oh, let's take a nice deep breath. James and I are going to be bringing you a discussion here shortly on your worth and value. So be sure, and if you're joining us online, be sure and stay around for that. But for a moment, let's just bring our awareness and our attention to this present time and place. Let yourself feel your feet on the ground. Feel your backside resting into the seat, your back up against the seat, feeling your shoulders drop and relax, and just staying in this morning. Our daily word this morning is about letting go and letting God. Holding on to what no longer serves. I evolve much more quickly when I trust my guidance and release old patterns and behaviors. In my heart, I know that when I move away from a dysfunctional relationship, a negative attitude, or unhealthy way of living, I moved towards something greater: peace, safety, harmony, freedom, and fulfillment. I let go of anxiety or fear and open myself to happiness and security. I breathe in freedom. My heart becomes buoyant and my steps lighter. I set my intention today to release anything I have been fearful of letting go so that I can confidently move forward, open to infinite good. And Matthew 18:18 reminds us, truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. So take a breath of that. And the affirmation for today is up on the screen if you'd like to say it with me. I bravely release outworn behaviors and embrace my bright, brilliant future. And with that, I want to extend special kudos to all of those that came and you were here. That deserves to be acknowledged.
Absolutely. Hey, you're looking good today. Are you in the right place? Yeah. All right, if you are, let's stand together. Why don't you look? Let's say together, I love myself, and there's nothing I need to change. I'll always be the perfect me. There's nothing to rearrange. I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me I can. And I love myself just the way I am. Love inside myself, it's easy to love you. Behind your fears, your rage and tears, I see your shining star. And I love you just the way you are. I love by people just like me, until the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring. I'll help it grow by loving everything. Just pretend like you're singing. Love myself the way I am, and still I want to grow again. And I love myself just the way I am. Just the way I am. All right, give yourselves a hand for doing so well. To come on down front at this time. All right, there's a couple of happy ones coming. Here's some more. Yeah. Beautiful. God is, and I am. I create, and I pray. Are you? Okay. Are you? Okay. Good. Well, it's time for you to go to your class, and so we're going to send you with a blessing. We appreciate you, and we bless your teachers too. Hey! All right.
Yay!
Also, any middle or high school kids, we are meeting after service in the conference room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Barry.
All right.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Do you think? What do you want to eat today?
What are we going to eat today?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. We better do this first, and then we can do that later.
Well, we've spent the month of February kind of focused on the idea of making room for love. And we've talked about making room for love for difficult people, difficult situations, and different things. But one of the things that we haven't really delved into yet, which we're going to do this morning, is making warning. Is Psalms 139, 13 and 14, and it says, listen to it very carefully. It says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together. You are respectfully and wonderfully made."
The King James Version uses the word fearfully, but if you look it up, really it's just saying out of respect. It's a respectful, it's a reverence, a reverential kind of a thing. You were created in reverence as a sacred being, a divine.
Because when you look at that other person, who is it that's peeking out those eyeballs and looking at you back? The divine, right?
How do we measure our worth? How do we measure our worth? How do we know that we're worth it, that we're worthy? How do we know what our value is? Well, in our society, popular these days. Been popular for a long time.
For a long time.
As a matter of fact. But money is something that most people or negative. Money is just simply a tool. That's all it is. It has no intrinsic value. It is a piece of paper or a coin. It only has the value that we ascribe to it, right? So what you believe and feel and think about it is what makes it good or bad. Now, if you go out and you buy your groceries for you, your family, for your pets, that's a beautiful and sacred thing, isn't it? We're glad that we're inside of a building where we can change the temperature if it gets too hot or too cold. We can fix it. We can't please everybody, but we do our best, right? But I'm glad that we have shelter. We have this beauty, all powerful tool of transformation if you use it in a positive way. Make sense? So if a person has a little bit of money, they can still be greedy and stingy. James, I didn't know this was going to be a money talk. Well, we want to determine your value, and you'll see it here in a minute. So in the Bible, there's a scripture that says the root of greediness, the overly neediness for it. Oh, I got to have it, of your own making. Let's take a breath, pause. Okay, all right. Fortune. You are rich beyond your wildest dreams. And you say, but James, you haven't seen my bank account. Well, right now you are. That's just the way it is. Nobody can take that away. It could bring you a lot of cash. Just so you know. Even the average price of a human, $150,000. And that's, you ever tell your heart, say, I love you? You really are. How wonderfully, respectfully, reverentially we are made in the divine image. Now your liver, $260,000 a piece. Wow. Do you know human skin? Maybe we have a math genius here who could figure this out. It's about $10 an inch. Yeah, we're getting into serial killer territory there. But your skin is worth a lot, and your skin does a lot for you. Your skin will let you know if you're eating something or that you have to take care of my skin. It's not the skin, it's what's happening on the inside that's showing up on the outside. Say it with me. Oh. How much is your stomach worth? I like my stomach. How about you? You like yours? It's taken me a lot of years to put this together. You know what I mean? And a lot of money has gone into this. It's like a bottomless pit, for sure. The stomach, you can get about $500. It costs more to correct your vision than it does to purchase an eyeball. Isn't that interesting? So a set of eyeballs is about $3,000. Right? $1,500 would be priceless. Say that. I am priceless. You need to hear yourself say it. Right? So one scientist said that if you figured the whole thing out, I'm rich.
As a matter of fact, take care of it. I love my intestines. You do so much for me. I love my intestines. You do so much for me. You do things that I'm not even aware of, and I'm so sorry for the prime fashion that you were designed to. It wasn't very long until every organ that I did, I told you, every organ that I did with that began to of divine, wonderful stuff. And it behooves us to take care of it and do what we can to value it and But if you're having any internal issues or something like that, that is a great process to try.
You know, unity and the attraction, the greatest love. Mm-hmm. So when you are loving your body, it comes in very handy. You know, and if we can, you just fall in love with yourself. Fall in love and different than everybody else. Now here's another fun fact. In your lifetime, isn't that interesting? Some more, some less, depending on the situation, spent your money on throughout your life. That'll reveal to you. But it's good to look at it. What am I doing with my money? Where's it going? You know? And so one of the priorities, of course, is food. Am I worth feeding nutritious, healthy food? Am I worth it? Right? Do you wants and needs? Because sometimes I think my body wants a donut. Right?
Sometimes it does.
But what does your body really want? Well, maybe a donut once in a while is okay, right? It just, not. But you have to have a healthy appreciation for yourself in order to take care of yourself and give yourself what you need. So I'd like to, buy more nutritious food, but it's too expensive, and I just don't have the time, and we make excuses. What are we really saying? I'm not worth it. Right? And this is just one example. So, you want good food more. You say, wait a minute. These clothes am I wearing? What do they mean to me? What is this about? Is things. You discover when you really think about what you're doing, where you're spending your money. What are you buying with your money? It increases my quality of life. I think more clearly. The key to any of it is nourishing your spirit, because it's your spirit that's expressing through this body, and don't you want to give it a good body to express through, right? So I want to nourish my body. I want to feed my spirit, not my insecurities. All right? Let's say that together. I feed my spirit, not my insecurities. Because sometimes, and I'm just being honest here, over my lifetime, I find what do I want? What am I looking for? And I'm looking around and just kind of moving stuff around, saying, no, I don't want that. Well, maybe I want pizza. Leah, can we get a pizza? Feed your spirit first. Feed your spirit. Because my spirit gets hungry. And nourishment. So I want to nourish my body. I want to nourish myself. I want to take care of myself. I want to love myself. American was teaching a young boy. He said, "You have two wolves inside of you. What are you feeding?" Right? What are you feeding? Some things to think about. Right? I'm doing what you do with your money. To the people you hang around, the places that you go. And all I'm saying this morning, I'm not here to condemn anybody. How many know this is a non-condemnational church? Right? That's our denomination. We're non-condemn. So, and that's what we do a lot of times. We deny our divine potential. The world out here, you know, and I'm not being political when I say this, all right? So I know where your brain goes, oh, he's being political. No, I'm not, because we try to stay away from politics. What I am talking about is self-love. Because when you pay your taxes, did I just say a bad word? A few times. To come to pick up loved ones and take them to the hospital and to care for them. We had and they cut up the tree. They came to my door and said, "Hey, Mr. King, how you doing?" You know, I'd seen him because he'd been to our community before, and he said, and they took care. And there are people in my life who've had horrendous fires, and people from the fire department, they show up, and that is the bad apples in every bunt or in every bag, you know. But there have been policemen who, you understand what I'm saying? And so all of these things, you know, we pay for, we give to in order to make sure that we have a road to drive on, you know, that we have these services. Right? So all of this has to do with self-worth. Do you deserve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to go through the words of the song that we sang. I am. There's nothing I need to change. I'm beautiful. I love those like me. So till the birth of peace on earth that only love can bring, I'll help it grow by loving everything. I love everything. I love when deep inside I know that I'm beautiful and capable of being the best me that I can, and I love myself just the way I am.
Wow. You can drop the mic now.
I don't want to run it.
Yeah, don't do that. It's amazing. 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 Your brain is an apothecary. Did you know that? It mixes chemicals constantly inside of you. Your mood has to do with those mixture of chemicals inside your brain. You have something called serotonin that helps balance the mood and promote feelings of well-being. And you already have it. It's in you. It's there. Okay? A natural painkiller. Say it with me. Whoopee! Endorphins naturally heal pain. What about dopamine? Did you know you already have your own dope inside of you? Dopamine. And it's the feel-good hormone. Makes you happy. It's the pleasure hormone. Chemicals inside of you. And it helps you to... Say with me. Aha! Because you can stir these chemicals up inside of you yourself. You can. It comes through what? A change of attitude. You're bugged and then they're buried. Have you noticed that? But you don't have to live that way. Because the dash between the date of your birth and the date of your passing, that's the part that you get to choose what it's going to be. And so what you want to do is begin to give love, put that out there, and it will to begin to mix some chemicals together and to create a more joyful, happy, pleasurable life. Let's say it together. Pleasure's okay. Because the truth of it is, you're driven by two needs, one or two forces. Thank you, other brain. Feel better. Your life is better. You're experiencing a greater quality of your life. But most people run around stressed. You can see it on their faces. They're like, oh, what's going on? We want to take that little crooked question mark and turn it into an exclamation point instead of asking all these priceless. I am a good person. I am love. I am love. Right? Think about that. Because there wouldn't be any love without you.
No, and I want to say that if you're in a place where you're thinking to yourself, well, that's all fine and well, but that's not me. What about me? What I have done or where I am at? I've tried XYZ and it didn't work for me, or, you know, I've done things that if you only knew me to see what I'm going to do, where that did not seem to be working at that time, but I kept persevering, kept using them, kept on every day. And, you know, just expansion. Please, wherever you're at with whatever you're dealing with, don't keep using them. You may not feel like you're worth anything right now. There's nothing. And sometimes you have to do it, 5, 6, 7, 10 times before something. And I felt like for 2 years of my
steadfastly doing what you know to do, keep advancing, things start to change.
Because you are so worth it.
Right?
And
Absolutely.
you are so loved by the divine. You're so loved by me, but you're so loved by the divine, you know, and sometimes just anchoring yourself in that.
To be the thing.
Yeah. But you are so loved.
The greatest feeling is to be at yourself all the time. What would that feel like? Affirm that, right? Good stuff that's inside of you. Just being who you are, which is an expression of love. See, most people believe you're a good person. You have unique talents, abilities, and gifts. I'm an original. Our soul is the deepest connection we have. It connects us to all living beings. It is the soul that shines through the garment of the body when we are at our best. The soul is the life force that is capable of giving and receiving love and kindness. Expensive body. A very expensive house. It said, you are living, you occupy space, you have a mass, you matter. William James said, act as if what you do makes a difference, because it does. Virginia Madison said, do something good for yourself today. You matter. Rumi said, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop.
When I hear, come out of hiding, I'm right here. Because you matter. You matter too. I promise you do. It's addictive the minute you let yourself think. The things that I say just might matter to some. Keeping my mind on the running away. And for the first time, I think I'd consider the stay. much to ask from somebody. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You see, and you matter to me. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You matter too. I promise you do. You see, you matter to me. You matter to me.
All right, we're going to take a moment now to turn down the lights, and I invite you to go into your quiet space inside with these thoughts and these sentiments today. Maybe something you heard, love and affection. Wanting to be someone else is just with yourself. So this morning you're being invited. Self. Take a breath of that now with me. I'm natural, and I am beautiful as I am. And I accept myself as I am this day. Knowing that yes, maybe I do need to grow. Some changes need to be made, but for here and for right now, I'm okay. All the gifts that I've been given for life is truly a gift. The universe has abundantly supplied a grateful receiver. You deserve to be loved with good things and good people, good activities, good thoughts. Be around the folks that uplift you, that encourage you, that strengthen you, and make you a better, higher, more quality version of yourself. And it's coming fast this year. And so we release, begins to burst forth in color and beauty. I look around. Yesterday there were no flowers, but today I saw the morning glories. I saw the daffodils. Another sign to me that life is busy doing what life does, and I'm part of that. So I want to be like the morning glory and arise and shine. Shine my light. If you know of someone that you'd like to pray for this morning, maybe you know someone who is not feeling well physically or emotionally or in some way, going through something, experiencing in this sacred moment that is unique and will never be a love in our prayers, their true value and worth, their true goodness. Let us pray one for another, holding each other now in our community. The person sitting to your right, your left, just say a little prayer for them now in your own way. Make a connection for them. I appreciate you. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being in your highest and best. And so I invite you now just to sit in the silence for just a moment as Jeff plays, and maybe take them on as your own. Oh, divine Spirit, we choose to love others as you have loved us, and know the truth that sets us free. Oh, yes, the kingdom. Amen. Amen. So it is. I invite you to reach and stretch, release, take in a good breath.
Morning. We always have a lot going on at our church on Sundays right after service as well as during the week. So we invite you to look at the website. Everything's listed there. We have a fantastic calendar and wonderful descriptions of all the events and the way for you to find. We have our February Women for Unity meeting. So we'll meet right here in the sanctuary. Just give us a couple minutes to get set up or lend a hand. Later this afternoon at 3, we have another in the series of the Supersonic Sundays with Jeff. I'm going to let him share more about that and another special music event that's coming up in a little bit. Yeah, that'd be great.
So we began last month with the power of faith. This month we moved to the second power of strength. And once again, I have a series of notes that we've been narrowing the pieces that are based on strength. Some are using specific gongs. For years, Mike's on the level that he can have custom instruments made. And so when you hear his instruments, you'll hear a huge difference. Come and find some strength today. I'll talk a little bit more about his program coming up on Wednesday. But we were hoping to bring more in from the community. So help us spread the word. Even if you can't make today or Wednesday, tell your friends and share the events.
That level of an event to our church, Jeff, we're so appreciative. Thank you, and hope that you all can take advantage of that. Tomorrow, so if you've been thinking about it but you haven't signed up yet, do it today because I want to meet with you tomorrow. And what's in there. So we're going to open that up and look and see. And maybe you have a couple tools, so you want to add some more. Maybe there's some that are dusty that will live your life to the fullest. And this very special for ourselves, for this self-love cultivation that we were talking about and experiencing today. And think about, what is our foundation? Where do we want to go in 2023? Maybe in January you took a little bit of time to set some intentions or some goals, but this is going to be a deeper dive, a little bit longer. How is it you want to grow? And we're going to have a lot of fun too. So I hope to see you all tomorrow night, 6:30 here. Be right here. Your hand. We want you to know how grateful we are that you chose to spend your Sunday morning with us. We're so glad you're here. In touch with you. And if you're online for the first time, send us an email. Then we'll make sure you get our newsletter, that you'll know about all the exciting things that are coming up, and we can stay in touch with you between the services as well. We have prayer chaplains available today. I know we have Blake, and I'm not sure who else is on duty with Blake, but Blake will be there. And yay, Cecilia's here. I'm so thankful. So these two amazing beings are going to be with you to pray with you right outside the sanctuary here today. These prayer chaplains are so devoted and committed. Give thanks and gratitude for. Take a few minutes to pray with them. They are terrific. And can we take a moment now? This setup here. So can we thank everybody that made that possible? Thank you, volunteers.
Container around the aisles and everyone will have an opportunity to financially support a mission you can do to change yourself and the world. We learned a card in the box in the back, and we're glad that you're here. If you'd like to give, you can do so here in person or if you're watching online. And we want to thank all the folks who, and I make a difference. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies. All right, let's give Melissa one more hand.
They say no one will love you as you are, but when the sharpest the barricades, reaching for the sun, won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. I'm gonna stand a flare, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching out to the beat I drum. Oh, 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 oh. And I know that I deserve you now. Nothing I'm not worthy of. The sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. Marching on, marching on. Gonna drown them out.
I think that says it all. Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Thank you all so much for being here today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you'd like prayer, to see one of our prayer chaplains in the back through that door right there on the left. And I'm sure you'll get a blessing from that. Thanks. Let's say together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all in day.